Hi everyone, Kim here. I'm in the Cricut design space trying to find inspiration on a card design for the senior citizens. When you go into Cricut.com, it brings you up to their main screen. That is all the Make It Now projects. And I'm just going to scroll down if you haven't had an opportunity to look at all these. They're fabulous. I would love to have the time just someday to just sit down and make all these. And then I'd have them in case I need them. The card that I liked was the Lovely Layers Rose card. This is an Anna Griffin cartridge. I actually have this cartridge, but if you don't and you want to make the card, you just click on the Make It Now. It's free, so you don't have to pay for it, but it's a really pretty card. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go into the virtual mat and pull up this Lovely Layers cartridge. Insert images, cartridges, and then I'm going to type in Anna Griffin Lovely Layers. Here's all her cartridges there. And here's the Lovely Layers. So I'm going to click on View All 84. And again, this one cartridge is just so beautiful. I'm going to do the rose layer card as I mentioned, but I'm going to do the one that is not the typical size and not the one that has the band across here, because that could be used for a stamp. So we're not going to do any stamping in the card class. All right, so it comes up tiny. I did play around with this a little bit, so I kind of cheated ahead of time. I made it with the height of 9.5, keeping the lock aspect on there. And I did that as I was playing around because I wanted the card to be 4 by 4. Now, just visualizing where the grid lines are, I counted 4 inches down, so that's going to make my 4 by 4 card. All right, so I'm just going to click on Go, and I'm going to go through each mat, and then we'll put the card together. The first one is the green, and by the way, I pretty much stuck with the same colors as they recommend in this one area right here. I know there's probably a technical word for that area, but so that's the green image. That is the insert or the layer. That's part of the envelope and another layer. This is part of the envelope, another layer, and then the top of the card. So let's go over to the craft mat and I'll show you how to put everything together. All right, so this is how the layers actually happen. Now that you've seen how it works on the virtual mat, you have your base of your card. That's going to be your top layer. And then you have this pink layer if you're going with the same colors as the Cricut Design Space recommends. And then I chose like a deep pink. I'm calling it it's not a bright pink, it's a deep pink. And then your green. And then your yellow. All right, so let's go ahead and put all of our layers together first. Get my glue out here, and then I'm going to put them all on here. I'm going to set this aside so I don't get glue all over it. Now I need to be creative and come up with a way for the senior citizens. They have a difficult time with the glue. So I can put maybe some score tape for them just to peel it off. I could do Xyron, which would be fine. I'm going to lift this up to make sure that I'm putting it all straight. There we go. Now, they don't have difficulty with the glue per se, in that some of them have arthritis. So it's hard for them to squeeze the glue bottle, and they don't like that if they get glue on their fingers, because it gets really, really sticky, and then all their papers stick to their fingers. So I get to be creative and come up with a way that they are happy. So there's another layer. See how it's building? And then this is your last layer. Now I had somebody asked me one time several months ago if I would do a series on this because he was having a really hard time understanding how the layers worked. Well, Jim, if you're watching this, I had a hard time too. I had to do it over and over again because it just didn't look right to me. But in the end, I finally figured it out. Yay me. And then you have this here that you have to kind of play. This is where I was trying to decide how it should go in. That's not going to do right. Okay, so I'm going to say that it's this way. Give me here just a minute. Now I'm feeling discombobulated. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Did you see how I did that? Oh my gosh, my brain is so silly. I had to flip the base of the card around. If you're using glue, just recommendation, don't blob it on, because with all the layers it'll squeeze out. I am going to cut out the envelope for the senior citizens. I think that they'll like it, like that. They haven't done an envelope yet, so. And then I put that on just like that. Now, because you have so many layers on the inside, it's a little bit thick, so I'm just suggesting not to use a lot of textured paper because it might get really, really thick. I just use plain old smooth paper that I had in my stash. Okay, now this is the inside, and this way you can actually write on it and cover up all those there as well. Now this is textured, this is from Color Block, so I want the smooth side to be out. So I'm going to flip this around, I'm going to put the glue on the edges of the textured side. Just makes it easier to write. Or stamp, if you want to put a stamp in it. I may have them put a stamp in it. I'm waiting for my Cards TV stamps to get here. I can take those with me, they would love that. Recommendation also, don't forget to put your score pin in your Explorer, because there are things that need to be scored on this. Okay, that looks about right. And you got a lot of layers here. Let me just get my Cricut score blade thingy, not a blade, but I know they call it bone folders. I always wondered why they did that. You're not folding a bone, right? So that's gorgeous, isn't it? I think it would also be pretty if you wanted to put some glitter paper. Use glitter paper as well. Okay, so let's put the envelope together. And I'm going to reach over here. I think I'm going to get busted here in a minute because I'm still in my jammies. Oh, here. Here we go. And like I said, the score blade is going to help. These are the score lines that it makes for the envelope. This is 2 parts to this envelope. At first I was kind of confused, but yay me, I figured it out. And I used a special little pattern paper. It didn't, you know, really coordinate too much with this, but I thought it'd be cute to have that. So you've got that score line right there. You're going to put your tape or your glue along there, and you're going to match it up to the very edge. By using glue, I like doing that because I like to be able to manipulate it a little bit. Okay, and then this is going to go in like this and in like this. So I'm going to put my score tape on the inside. Right about here. Now, people do their envelopes, their handmade envelopes in several different ways. I usually like to put a little bit of score tape right above there if I'm going to mail it. Oh, I put this on backwards. Darn it. Oh, Kim. My brain. All right. I think I'll be okay. I didn't realize I had done that. Well, you know what? You saw how I did it. This is actually an extra piece. I think, yeah, I'm going to glue this on here. I was doing so well with not making any mistakes. So you can learn from my mistakes, right? Again, I'm just going to use that extra piece I was playing around before I made the video. This will cover it up. Oh, and it adds a little bit of more color to it as well. Alright, so back to here. Not happy that I tore that. but this will be my sample, so it'll be okay. All right, so let's go ahead and finish putting our envelope together. Pull this in. And I like to leave a little bit so that you know, it's more open than, you know, completely flat, because then you're not jamming your card down in there. 99.9% of the time the card slides in there just fine, just like this. And then this will fold over like this. I love these custom handmade envelopes that coordinate with the cards. I think it's such a cute idea. So, you know, like I said, if I was going to mail it, I'd put it right there. But otherwise, you can use maybe your Xyron and make a sticker. Put the sticker right there. Coming up with all these ideas. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And like I said, learn from my mistakes on how you want to put that insert in. And your card is complete. Have a great day.